I present to you the best coffee of your life. At least my favorite, as of now. This is like a true favorite. Like, this is what should be more discussed in like favorites videos. I've always heard of like Vietnamese coffee with like condensed milk and stuff, but I really don't know. I've never been to the country, so certainly I don't know like any of their like famous brands. But coffee is something, it's like an integral part of my life, everyday life. That's part of the reason why I love and collect Hermes tableware, especially their cups. It's something that I cherish, something that I look forward to every single morning. And if my coffee isn't that good that day, like, I don't know, like I'm just not off to the best start for years. Like, I couldn't settle on the perfect coffee for me. I've tried so many different brands. I've tried different types of coffee as well. And I have come around to Chemex. Like, that's really my favorite. Oh, by the way, I think Mercury retrograde has started or is about to start. It's in the air. I broke this thing over the weekend, so I had to get a new one. This is either my third or fourth one in the past 8 years or so. Yeah, so I honestly don't know the last time I bought it, but like the one I broke, literally in like pieces, shattered. So I got this again. This is always like the size that I go with. But I don't know, I feel like it changed for the better, I guess. Like, it feels a lot thicker. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I noticed. Especially like 2025, I have just been sticking to my Chemex. I love my pour over, like that's really the best way for me, at least. And for the most part, I love my coffee black. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I really don't like any coffee with citrus notes. I like my coffee more nutty and chocolatey, but so many coffee out there has some kind of citrus notes. Forget about like lime and lemon, like the cranberry and I don't know, like pomegranate, like tangerine. Those are like red flags. This has been almost like a lifelong search for me, and every single time I thought I found like the one, I would go back to it and it's like never the same. Like, I don't know why. But at the top of my list is this one from Japan, like sadly. Last time I went there, I brought back so much, but it's on my phone somewhere. I don't even know the name of the place. I've gone on their website, but I don't think they ship worldwide. So this is something that I have to like wait until I go to Tokyo. But until then, this will suffice. So that was kind of, you know, like forgotten. And then this just magically appeared in my life. I got this as a gift. They definitely overpaid because this was at the airport, and the airport markup on this thing was crazy. To be honest, I really don't know the details. I just know that it's this. So you can take a screenshot or whatever, but make sure you get this, the legend. So it's ground coffee. And the first time I had this, my life changed. So because I use the Chemex, I use like the filter, like the paper filter to make coffee, right? Even after I made the coffee, at the very top is usually, you know, like ground coffee, like kind of like wet-ish looking. Even that looked so creamy and almost like melted chocolate. This is the most exciting unboxing. I mean, the sheer packaging alone. There's a leaf. Let me just open another one. There's another leaf. Doesn't smell like anything. I'm so confused. The coffee itself looks like this. It kind of looks like a gold bar, you know? So it comes out like this. I mean, the packaging alone was like, wow, you have my attention. Even though it's ground coffee, like you can just see how dense everything is. You don't hear anything. And then the moment I open it, I was like, the aroma, the most velvety, like chocolate, mocha, like that kind of scent. And then when you brew it, game over. It tastes exactly like how it smells. And that isn't always the case with coffee. Like usually it might have like this really nice fragrance, and then you drink it and it's like, oh, like what is that? It's kind of like a very disappointing candle, you know? So this instantly became my favorite coffee. So chocolatey and nutty, but creamy and velvety. Like I keep using the word velvety because that's really the best way to describe this like texture, this like smoothness. The first sip, I was like, I need like a lifetime supply of this. So I started looking it up, and it kind of seemed like a very like famous, well-known coffee and like brand to begin with. And they seem to have a website, so you can get this, and it was definitely not as expensive as it was at the airport, but it is still kind of expensive. And then turns out in the Bay Area, like San Jose, they actually have this cafe. It's literally this, like the name. And I saw in some pictures that they had like a retail corner where they were selling like all the coffee stuff, like this coffee and like some other things. So that's where I went over the weekend. All their coffee looks so cool, but I was mainly there for this. But I called them because the US website I found where they actually ship this, they were selling this for, what was it? I think around like 70. So I went to find out like how much the cafe, like the actual coffee shop, was selling it for, to see if it was, you know, actually like worth the drive. And they said they sell it for 81 or something, but it's currently on sale 50% off. One box was $39.99. So I initially went there just to get like maybe like 2 or 3, right? And then I saw $39.99 and I was like, I am not making this drive ever again, so give me 5, please. I think I'm good for like 6 months, right? And then I saw this one, because I wasn't at the airport in Vietnam, like I didn't know they had this. So I was like, okay, let me try this one as well. This was a lot cheaper. This, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this was also on sale, but this was 20 bucks. If you guys are also into coffee, similar notes like chocolatey, mocha, you know, nutty, like that kind of thing, and you're looking for some like ground coffee, you need this in your life. Like I wish you guys could actually like taste this. Smell it. But did I show you the current one that I'm using? So yeah, it went from this to this. Teeny tiny now. This is the first course, then a glass of champagne. They're playing hip hop. Yeah, I didn't know it was this one.
They're seasoned with a condiment that we made with a little bit of essential pepper on top, a green plum that we preserve in the spring, and chamomile.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you. White verjus with dill pollen. Rendered hen fat and fresh bay leaves. And then this is a sauce that we made with pickled roasted onion. For this one, I recommend either have everything together or just try the caviar on its own.
Underneath will be a condiment of pistachio, and then on top is a gelée we make with the heads of the lobster and finger lime.
So up next, these are abalones from Monterey. They get lightly braised and then just finished over the fire. We serve it with a condiment made of the livers, and the sauce is made of vinjon and fig leaves.
Shrinky caviar and jus made from roasted hen bones.
Oh, there's more
sauce
coming.
Here is made from the shells of the crab and roasted yeast. That was my kind of sauce.
Thank you.
Of course.
Ooh. Yes, served with cured beef fat, a condiment. Wow, this looks beautiful. That butter, ooh, super soft butter.
Get you a little half bottle. What do you think?
I'm okay. What about you?
This one is 100% Cabernet Franc coming.
Meat came from New York, we made it here.
Look how tiny.
Saddle wrapped in caul fat and grilled on the fire. Endive, and the sauce is made from the roasted bones and black currant. Yes.
This is a tart made of celeriac. On the inside is nocturne. It's a cow cheese from Andante Dairy. And then at the bottom will be a condiment we made from jamon that we cured in-house, mixed with a little bit of honey and cherry vinegar.
Thank you.
Yes, and it's topped with burgundy truffle. Almond cremeau and a sauce of caramelized buttermilk and 35% chocolate.
This is the...
Look, you guys, they took a Polaroid. So cute. So it is a new day, and I wanted to do kind of like a part 2 of my fall clothing haul, or just like fashion haul. But before that, a little bit about the dinner. So I went to Kiln. It's in San Francisco. It's kind of like near Venice, I would say. You guys, I was shocked. Like, the food was so good. I think I talked about this before, but I actually, like, within the like Michelin star like restaurants, at least in the US, I feel like I have like better luck in terms of the actual food and like how it tastes at like a 1 or 2 star restaurants. I actually don't know how many. I mean, not that it matters, but they're not a 3-star for sure. Oh, it's 2-star. So it was basically like a 20-course meal. They said 20 bites. So every single bite was like, you know, like very small, but wow, like from start to finish, everything tasted good, which is kind of like hard to come by, like at least for me. But yeah, I would actually recommend. The entire space is kind of like a warehouse, like high ceilings, like kind of like a moody setting. The wine list is also really good. The food, I cannot believe, because when you have that many courses, like when you have that much variety, usually it's like, you know, everything's like, yeah, it's good, whatever. And then there are some courses that like really stand out, but this one from start to finish, everything was delicious. So I had a good time. Like the food was actually really good, surprisingly. So initially this portion of the haul was supposed to be included in my previous fall fashion haul. It is a Korean brand and everything's like pretty much on pre-order, so it took way longer than I had initially thought. And I don't know if you guys know, but there was like a huge break in between because of like a Korean holiday where I think everything was shut down for like 10 days or so. So that even kind of like delayed the whole process, but I finally got everything. So right now I have 3 things to share with you, 3 pieces, but in actuality, I ordered a lot more and I didn't know like how long it was gonna take, so I actually shipped all of them to my parents' house in Korea. So the next time I go to Korea and come back, that's when I'll be able to show you like the rest of the items that I ordered. There's a lot. But for now, the ones I do have in my possession, this was something that I just needed to have, and it is a silk blouse. So just to show you like the packaging. Oh, by the way, I was blown away by like the little attention to detail. So the box that it came in, like the actual like packing box, right? It was the thickest, the highest quality like box I have ever seen in my life. So that was like my first impression. And then it's like the little things, you know, they have their own like tissue paper to like the branded sticker. Oh, I didn't even mention the name of the brand. So it is called ELBORN. You can't see. ELBORN. This is just like such a one-of-a-kind kind of silk blouse. I don't know if you can tell. Do you see that? So technically the color is black, but it's like the shade of black that looks more navy, and because it's silk, you see that subtle sheen, which makes it look even more navy, and I do prefer that. The navy tone like makes this look way more luxurious and just so unique. It also has this little tie, so you can tie it up or you can take it off. So there's a little button on the side, so you can take it off without being, you know, like all loose. This uses mother of pearl buttons. So classic, it's so beautiful, but at the same time very unique. It's not just a regular, you know, silk blouse. It's just elevated enough. And then the next item is this sweater that I'm wearing right now. It is this charcoal v-neck sweater. You guys have no idea how difficult it is for me to find the perfect sweater, let alone a v-neck. The color also has to be good as well. Not all charcoals or like dark grays are the same, you know, but this one is one of those very, very dark grays that are very dark, I guess. But some grays look very blue, and this one I would say is a very neutral gray. So as you can see, it's not like the deepest v-neck, but it's not like that modest where it only comes up to here. It's a very classic, like thin-ish wool sweater, but it's not like the thinnest, you know, there is some like thickness to it. And there's this band at the bottom, so you can just roll it up, and it's just like a very classic fit. This just felt like a very classic item that I can, you know, style in 20 million ways. The very last one is a pair of shoes. Oh, I think this is kind of like their branding, like very deep burgundy. So good. And then once you open it, there's a care guide, and then the dust bag, and here are the shoes. Ta-da! So I got these suede loafers. These are called Mateo loafers. I feel like this is a style that they've been doing for some time, like maybe in the springtime as well, in like a different material. But for the fall time, they came out with suede versions, of course. They have this camel color as well as black. I honestly really want to pick up the black ones. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna show you the bottom. Like, this is so satisfying to me. Do you see that leather, that like smoothness? Like, thank you. The price point on this wasn't like bad. It was like 200 something, I forget. I just wanted something really classic, and I've honestly been kind of like umming and eyeing about like whether to get some kind of loafers, but I don't know why, but I just don't really like that look on me. I feel like I need some kind of height. So I didn't want to like splurge on something that was, you know, like very expensive, let alone like have some kind of logo on it. Like, I just couldn't really decide. And then I saw these. They're like all real, you know, leather, real suede, everything. And I just love the shape of them. And I love suede, and this color is, I mean, this is the most classic fall suede loafers. And it's not like a reddish camel either. It's more of that like khaki, greenish, just very neutral. You guys know it's really about like the little things like that. You just know when you put on a shoe that this is gonna be like a sturdy, very well made shoe that's gonna be comfortable. And you might think, yeah, because they're like flat, but no. There are so many flat shoes that I bought from many different brands that have never come close to this kind of feeling. This, I feel like, is true luxury, like a good, well-made shoe. Look at that toe, you know, that almond toe. It's like perfect. And also there's a little bit of height. I mean, I'll take it, you know. It was kind of like, let's try it out kind of thing. Like, on a whim, I decided to get it, but I had no idea it was gonna be this good. So yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know like how they go, because